sleepover where we talk all the hot topics. Got my girls, we racking up on all knowledge. Relationships, love and fitness, battle of the sexes, and so much more. The sleepover where we talk all the hot topics. Got my girls, we racking up on all knowledge. So hop on a ride, take a seat, because you're in for a big treat. Welcome to the sleepover, yeah. Welcome to the sleepover. Ooh, welcome to the sleepover. Ooh, welcome to the.
Hey y'all, thanks for joining. I'm your host Charlotte Marie, and this is The Sleepover. So before we dive into this sex talk, let's take a cheers to sex positivity and letting them know, don't fuck me like that, but fuck me like this.
Yes.
So to get us started, I have a question for you ladies.
Okay.
Have you guys ever orgasmed?
Yes.
Okay. When was the first time you orgasmed?
Well, mine was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's the eyes. But I feel like you can enjoy sex and not orgasm. And I feel like that is something that people don't talk about all the time.
Yeah,
especially for women. We can enjoy it and not orgasm.
Yeah.
With my ex-boyfriend last year, I had it. And it's life-changing. I ain't never going back.
How did you know the difference, though? How did you know, okay, like, this time, oh, that's what they've been talking about.
Because the feeling, obviously, it's the gift that does not stop giving. Like, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you just, it's like, and then it's like Jesus.
It's a great feeling.
It's an excellent feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
Iconic. I mean.
Yeah, I know in a lot of discussions about sex with women, oftentimes it's like, I don't orgasm every time, or I've never orgasmed, right? And for me, I've always thought maybe we need to take more time to learn our bodies and what feels good for us. But I remember my friend here didn't quite have that much problem.
What you mean? That much problem?
I remember we were talking about this in college one time, and you're like, no, girl, I orgasm pretty much every time.
I mean,
well, I guess it's a gift, honey. I don't know.
Okay.
Or you just had some good dick.
I mean, yeah, shit, yeah. So I didn't have a problem, I guess, apparently. I don't feel like every time, I did, but it was good. It was good. And,
I definitely noticed. I noticed a difference though in what I know about you is you're very comfortable with yourself.
Yes.
Yes. And so when I hear your perspective, and then I talk to other friends, including myself, I realize I think the disconnect is that like we may not be so comfortable with ourselves, right? And so in sex, we're worried about everything else, as opposed to like worrying about my pleasure too.
Right. Yeah. I think as women, we need to, like you said, explore your body, and be able to kind of like, kind of guide your partner a little bit. I feel like it's okay to feel open and free with them. You know what I mean? Because they don't know necessarily like what you don't like. If this works, is this too hard? Is this too soft? Whatever. And I feel like, having that comfortability with them gives them more confidence to like, ooh, okay, like that.
Yeah.
You like that. All right. You know what I mean? And them enjoying the pleasing part, like I've heard a lot of men they like to please their women, right? So their whole goal is to get that orgasm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the fact that you're willing and trying to do all that stuff, you know what I mean? I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying?
She is.
Communication.
Yeah, this one would always be like, well, just tell them. And I'd be like, I can't. I'm like, what is so awkward? But I just did not know how to have that conversation. So I found myself, and she'd be like, stop doing that. I found myself faking it a lot of the time.
A lot of women do that.
Yeah. Sometimes it was like, I just want this over.
How do you fake it?
It's so easy.
So it has nothing to do with what's going on. It's like the moaning. It's the
I just moan and and I'll accelerate with his acceleration. I make it seem like I am matching the flow you were giving, but really I just want this to be over.
That's real.
But the
That's
thing is,
that's very real.
Oh, wow.
What I forget
And often.
I think women forget is that you need to be able to enjoy it. What's the point of it if you cannot enjoy it? If it's not something that just, you know?
And but that's why I said though, like I want to be very clear. You can have sex and not orgasm, and it's still enjoyable. But like how we said, once you experience that orgasm, you ain't never going back to the pre.
I got a question.
I do better. Like not I do better. I've had experience with a guy being able to help me, but I can do it myself also. So
it's
like,
much easier myself.
Yeah.
I do have a question for all.
It don't take as long.
Okay, so what will be like? How could someone like help you get there?
So I think you have to know your body, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, this is real juicy.
Come on, give us the tea.
So some people would prefer penetration. Some people prefer, what would you call it? I want to say topical, but that's not it. Oral stimulation, right?
Some people prefer a little help and
oral.
Yeah. So I think it's knowing where it is for you, right? No?
Signals. So if something feels right, and sometimes it happens by accident. It's like, make it known. Yeah. Make it known because then it's a repetitive thing.
And finding your spot, because we have to all understand our spots are in different like different areas. Yours might be a little bit more to the left, mine might be to the right. Knowing where your spot is, because it is much easier. Once I was like, sit down. I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I got it. Like but I'm being honest.
You know the way, what is that part called? Y'all gonna educate me.
The G?
The part that the entrance, the hole, that part, the cervix. Okay. So your cervix isn't always like, I always thought cervix were like straight. Mm-hmm. But your cervix can be crooked.
Yes, it can.
And like, if you don't know that, it's going to be painful, which I did not realize.
I feel like if sex is uncomfortable, you need to talk about that with your partner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't just endure it because you feel like you feel bad, you know what I mean? Or you can't tell them, because honestly, they don't want to hurt you. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be joyful for the both of you. You know what I mean?
But is hurting you necessarily a bad thing?
It depends.
It depends on what type of hurting we're talking about.
I feel like that's a common question as well. It's like there's a certain pain where it's like ooh. But then there's another pain where it's like just stop.
It's just too much.
It's too much. It's too much penetration without. I feel like in order, I don't know about y'all, but
hurt you talking about?
I don't want my hurt to be painful.
Yeah,
right.
I think like I have like this desire to be like in pain.
And I've heard this.
Do you have an example? Like, if you could compare it to like some type of pain, like
I enjoy pain.
Like you butt your
I do not.
Like
table.
not
not
that.
tattoos.
Okay. Piercings. Like just like sharp pains. Like I enjoy pain.
So to get nitty gritty, for me, I don't mind the pressure, like the pain pressure, but I need to be
stimulated.
Something
wet.
Why?
All the way. Like not like there are different variations of wet. Like I need to be like in order for me to get that pain.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when it makes it durable.
Yeah, in my experience too, she will, if the man is in tune with me, she will tell you what I am open to and enjoying and what I'm not. Like, she will contract if it's like,
correct.
I don't know.
She'll
and
start
if
closing
it's
on
like
her
a
own.
positive pressure pain, she will expand to accept more.
That's it.
But what I found is that, at least in my experience, I don't think men understand that so much. And so I'm like, you not feeling her? And I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe you think when it's doing this, like that means, yes. You know, like you're in the right
and
spot.
It actually means
no, it means like back up, let's try again. You know?
But do you feel like men don't know that because they're just concerned with getting theirs?
I don't think so.
I think part of it, the problem is like the fake orgasming on my behalf probably did not lead towards.
I think that's what control. Because like she said before, I don't think that their intentions is to hurt you. Unless you're like me and I want you to hurt me. I want you to go in expecting to hurt me. I want to be in like a lot of pain.
So do you like is it what is it? SMD? What is that Rihanna song? S&M.
It's S&M.
Oh no. I'm not into like chains and whips. I'm not into that.
So with a little choke.
I could definitely see you with a lip like,
I could do a little choke here.
No, I'm not into that. I'm into like a severe choke.
Okay.
A severe.
Like near-death experience.
Totally,
like you
okay.
can
I could do a little choke. She
No.
Is
I
want both hands.
I want both hands. I want you to put all of your weight in it and just.
Oh, child. Now I can do the one hand. You know when they do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Go ahead and choke me out like that.
I'm gonna get hot.
Okay, so talking about pain and sex and what we like, does size matter?
Yes.
No. To a certain extent.
Kind of.
I feel like
it contributes to my pain.
Okay, so you
just all about pain. But does that feel good?
But my pain, but pain is pleasure to me. It is pleasure. It's a pleasure. Like
but
I don't.
But you don't like nobody to like whoop. Like you don't like to get smacked. You don't like to get none of that. Like I'm
just not into the theatrics.
Oh,
I'm not into theatrics.
A serious choke
a severe choke is a little dramatic.
No. When I say choke, I mean like, for example, if I'm just right there and it's like it's and it's in me, and you're just going like yes, like I want you to choke me while you're doing it.
So how you? Some people get off on that though.
But like I don't like the I consider like chains and whips like almost like foreplay.
Oh, you don't like foreplay?
Then I'm not a big fan of foreplay.
Oh, I love
foreplay. I really actually hate the it's just this is how I explain it, y'all. You know, I always imagine every man in the robe. I don't know why, but it's just like the whip it out and it's just like the same thing every time. It's just like this. Like I hate that. I need a little foreplay. Yeah. I need time and attention and consideration.
No, I don't need time. We could do an aggressive moment, like we coming in the door, we already kissing, taking our clothes off,
that works when you already have sexual chemistry. If you haven't built sexual chemistry if you haven't built sexual chemistry yet, I can't do that. Because that's when she's dry.
I don't want this. It's got to be some type of connection.
Yeah, some type of. And I think foreplay is a good way to build connection.
I agree. That's why I like the build up.
I like the build up and the anticipation.
The pulse. What?
No, when I want it, I want it now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I want it right then and there.
So is it important to orgasm every time you have sex?
No.
Well,
I don't think so. That's a part of the connection.
Yeah.
I do.
If it doesn't happen every time, it's cool. I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time.
And that's what I said. You can enjoy sex without an orgasm.
So you don't enjoy it if you don't get an orgasm?
No. What am I doing it for?
So you go into the situation with just sex, just wanting sex.
No.
Like you don't want any type of connection. It's just more so like sex.
Our passionate, hardcore sex is the connection.
Okay.
Because the only way that I would enjoy it is if they're into the same thing I'm into.
Yeah.
Rough sex.
I mean, that's true.
Okay. Well,
how many times do you think you should orgasm during sex?
How many?
I feel like
how many times
we Well, how long are you know?
How many times have you orgasmed during sex?
4.
The most I've done was 3.
4.
4, 3.
I'm at 3.
In one setting.
That was great.
I'm a little up there.
I'm sorry, what's up?
I'm a little up there.
But you're married.
I'm a little up there.
What do you mean up there? When you say up there, do you mean like 5 to 10 or 10 to 20?
No, I mean.
Oh Lord, take me out.
If we're gonna try to put a number on it, I would say 5 to 10 maybe.
Okay.
It's happened.
Wow.
I think that's possible.
Goals.
I honestly feel like that.
Because you know what? Because again, it's sometimes you get lucky and you get the right spot. You know what I mean? And if you can build on it because you can build on it. You know what I mean? If you know it's getting wet. I mean, I don't know how to clean this up, y'all, but yeah, if it's getting there, you know what I mean? It's building. You can continue to build on it, and it's gonna happen again. And then if you know to do it again, you gotta do it again, and it's gonna happen. You know?
And honestly and truthfully, that's why size matters to me.
But it doesn't. It doesn't.
But for us, I think it's because of the connection. But for me, like, I gotta like you. I can't just be in here.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I have to like you.
Yeah.
But even if you have the biggest dick in America, if
That's
you're
good.
not
Might
hitting
not
my spot,
agree.
again, if you're not hitting, but if you're not hitting my spot, I'm looking at you like, and?
Yeah.
But someone who's little and someone who's average is not going to hit my spot. So that's why I prefer.
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Or you think you just
honestly and truthfully, it doesn't turn me on to see. Because another thing too, I like oral. I love oral.
Okay.
I'm not sucking a small. I'm just not. It's just I cannot.
Okay. I got a question.
I can't.
So when you go in a situation and it's not your size that you would prefer, what do you do?
Well, we kind of addressed that up front.
So you said, let me see, whip it out. Let me see.
We exchanged
pictures.
So, okay. Do you guys like getting pictures?
Like pictures, videos.
Don't send me no random pictures if we.
But then again, too, you can do it very privately too. Like if I'm kissing you, if like we're out on a date or something, and I want to be like little flirtation, I might just grab you, and I want to, and that's just me trying to figure it out.
What if he's not?
That is.
That is really? Yes, that's foreplay.
But it's not intentional of like we're about to have sex. It's just me
that's
checking.
the build-up. That's an anticipation. That's like I'm playing with you,
which is
but
what
we might know what happens later. You know what I'm saying?
No. If I'm just trying to see, there is no happen later.
But what's that gonna do to the other person? That's gonna kind of arouse them, right? Mm-hmm. More than likely. Okay, that's okay.
Because that's what I'm saying. If you touching, what if it's not? Maybe
it might be like, hey, what you doing?
Sleeping?
Yeah. What if it's sleeping when you touch?
If you're with me, you're never gonna be sleeping.
Okay. I love that.
We can sip to that.
Confidence.
Okay.
To your question about pictures, I don't like receiving dick pics.
It's a turn
off.
It's a turn off, actually, for me.
It doesn't turn me on.
But
I enjoy photographing myself.
But that's what I was gonna say. I don't like receiving, but I love doing a photo shoot.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Tripod, ring light, music in the background, getting a little shimmy.
I don't like that.
I do videos. I love it. Oh, I love it.
I don't like that. It's not giving production for me. It's giving very much. I want you to be at work. I'm going to send you a picture, and I want you to open it at work.
Oh, so you like the danger? I'm just picking up on this. You like the danger.
I love to live my life on the edge, and I want somebody who's going to live it on the edge with me.
I must say, though, y'all, the dick pics, it's just really not I could never remember a time I was like, yes, a dick pic.
Yeah,
I just don't, and I was never impressed.
Never.
No, I was never impressed. I was like, I don't quite know what this means for my life.
Honestly,
it doesn't mean anything.
Penises are not like
cute. I was waiting for someone to say it. I was waiting for someone to say it.
Look at it. It's like
they're quite disgusting.
It's like an orange.
Are you?
I mean,
you can have a nice penis, but it's not. You can have a nice penis, but it's not like something.
It's gonna turn me on.
We can appreciate a good penis. Right. It's like we can appreciate a good-looking penis. I can say you go. You go.
I actually don't think I've ever.
I like to look at the fact that I imagine like I love it. When you get a picture and the body is attached to it with the face, and then you have this paint, like you're so attracted to that person, like everything right there just stripped down naked, like it just turns me on. Like I love it.
I'm just more in person with my man.
Me too.
I like the in person.
I'm not big on sending pictures myself either. Like
No, I don't
send situation where an old classmate from high school decides to randomly send me on Facebook of his. I'm like,
no, if it's from random people, I don't like that.
He said, "Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to send this."
Okay,
how did you accidentally send?
Click my name.
Yeah, and it was just so.
If it's somebody I don't know, then no. I have to be attracted to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a follow up to that. Mm-hmm. So, how do you guys feel about like video sex and shit?
I'm not doing that. I'm not.
What do you mean? Okay, can you clarify?
I gotta
like
clarify.
I need y'all to clarify.
I mean anything digital. Okay, it could be over the phone. It could be camera. You know, me and you.
Yeah, I've recorded.
And what do you?
What?
Like, what are the steps for that? Because
another clarifying. Are you saying you recording yourself having sex with him?
No.
Recording.
I mean, we could talk about that.
Oh, you're saying like,
wait, what are you talking about?
Let's just say y'all are on Skype or on FaceTime or something, or over the phone. How do you, is that something that you guys are into?
You mean like while you're talking dirty, like FaceTime or something?
It's not. I'm not doing it.
I've done it.
So I've been in long distance relationships.
I've done it. Yeah. I've been in a long distance relationship too, but I'm gonna say it's hard.
I'm not doing it.
I can't,
It's just not the same.
I need flesh.
It's not the same.
I need the flesh, the warmth.
I've done it when I was younger.
I need all of it.
As a, being hot. Yeah. Y'all never had like your little boyfriend, y'all talking on the phone?
No.
Lord, I didn't even think phones. We're old.
Phone sex.
Y'all, we old. Okay.
Y'all never tried when y'all was younger?
No.
When
I was younger,
I don't know if I did that.
So I don't know.
So yeah, I don't
know. I didn't know enough to do that. To be honest with you, I don't know what I would have said.
No, not me.
I just don't know.
I was
FaceTime
definitely out there.
FaceTime.
Have you done that?
I was dating.
Yes.
Okay,
I was
then
dating
tell me,
someone for 4 years.
What did that entail?
When you say, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I was in a long distance relationship, and to keep things active, spicy connection. Yes, at times we would do. I never was with the recording thing, but like if it's FaceTime and it's in real time, and I trust that you're not like secretly, creepily recording me, then yes, I have partaked.
So what's the difference between that and sending a picture?
Because it's real time.
Yeah,
real time.
So I feel like you're hearing the reactions.
If I think you're recording me behind my back, that's a whole different issue, and we need to separate quickly, right? But I don't ever want to be recorded. I don't ever want the option or the opportunity for something to drop of me that's that personal, and I didn't have control over it. I believe in revenge porn. I think it's a real thing. I think it's happened to a lot of people, and so I've just been very against any type of recording of myself.
What about if your face is not in it?
Yep, because
I got tattoos.
There's a lot of video in my face.
Everybody might not.
I feel like for pictures and videos, I feel like the best rule of thumb is, if, like you said, if it got out there, are you okay? Like, there are some women that, Cimone, I take the type of pictures I take, honestly, if it dropped,
or
sign me.
Which you do.
Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna profit off of it.
You know what I'm saying? But I say, what I'm trying to say is anything that I may send, I'm comfortable. Any pictures that I'm taking is for me. I've never gotten a request from a man and then said, oh, let me go and do my setup. Anytime I'm doing a setup, it's for me because I want to see how I look and because I'm proud of my body. Yeah. And my rule of thumb is if I choose to send it, I'm okay. If I trust who I am, but if you do it, let's go.
See, I don't do that. I don't do it for me. I do it because I'm just slightly evil.
Ooh.
And
what you mean?
I want to send you something, and I want you to receive it when you least expect it, so that if you are even if you're in front of your mother.
Oh no!
I want you to open it in front of your mother, and
the mom.
Yes, and I want you to be shocked, and I enjoy that type of edge.
See, now that's why I get upset with the dick pics, to be honest. It's not because I don't remember ever knowing I was going to receive one.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and I'm really big on don't you ever do anything to ever jeopardize like my reputation or me professionally. Like that is worse than cheating to me, to be honest with you.
That's fair.
So for me, it's just like, you don't know where I was, what I was doing.
I
didn't ask for that. I gave no consent to this.
Right.
You know, I just,
A business meeting, that's perfect. A business meeting. Imagine your man sitting at a conference table and then he just gets hard off of you.
But what if that makes, it awkward and then he lose the business that he was trying to negotiate? Then what?
If he's a real businessman, he wouldn't lose anything.
I mean, that's true. That's not true.
I agree with that one.
Because you can have settings of it. You can have settings where, like, and I've heard somebody talk about this before, where it's a man and a woman who's making a negotiation, and sometimes people don't bring their wives or bring another one because sometimes it could affect a negotiation. Sad to say, but like certain stuff can get in the way of certain, like,
How do y'all know when, like, the first time? Like, how do you all know when the right time is to have the first time with someone?
like sex.
Like sex.
I just let
sending pictures.
I've just let it organically happen.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a feeling.
I don't think it's the right time. I think it's just like you organically let it happen.
Yeah,
For me, it's a feeling. It's energy. I'm big on energy, spirituality. For me personally, I feel connected when it's time for me to go ahead and do my little extra, and I feel like it's a connection.
To be honest, I kind of started off, which is, I'm working on it, y'all. She's talked to me about a lot. I'll be like, I'm a prude. I want you to know now, I'm a prude. Don't come over here expecting nothing unless you ready to commit. And if you're not, you ain't getting nothing. It's not served me. But this is how I have been probably my whole life, because I've always felt that the first time I'm letting go of some form of power, right? Mm-hmm. You've encouraged me to be like, nah, that's for you, baby. You know? Yes. Absolutely. But I have felt like, oh, I'm going to lose any bit of power I have right now if I do this. That's been my
that's why I
experience.
said, when you decide, let it be your decision.
Yeah.
Don't do it based off of somebody else, right? Because you don't want to feel guilty later on if you don't talk to that person.
I'm good
or,
with
you get ghosted or whatever. Like, if I do, it's because I want it.
But I honestly, that's why I really like the build up. I like holding out.
Yeah.
I like teasing you to make you think you're about to get.
So you do like foreplay.
Yeah, you do.
But
you do.
Is that really considered
Yes,
foreplay?
yes.
Well, I don't really consider that foreplay.
I feel like a stigma with foreplay is like whipped
Touchy.
cream, strawberries, and on a bed. That's not always foreplay. Foreplay could, like you said, the build up. You could know that you're going to see him in a week or whatever, and that's all a part of foreplay. Playing.
Playing.
The teasing.
Before,
the anticipation.
I'm going to say, when I was younger, I think I had the idea of like holding out, right?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, hold out, right? And then as I got older, right, I think our ideas of how we go about things changes, right? So it's now it's like, like if I want to, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and I don't want it. I don't want it to be under anybody else's control. Like I said, that's why I feel control of yourself and your confidence is all about you. Mm-hmm. Don't let anybody else, tell you or talk you into doing something that you're not comfortable with, because later on it's gonna affect this. Right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna feel like, damn, like, is it me? Did I do something wrong? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? But if you go into a situation like, oh, okay, this is about me, I'm gonna get mine, and if I decide to call you later, then I do. If I don't, then that it is what it is.
Holding out only hurt me. Like, as I got older, that's what I realized. Like, holding out, it just stunts my experience, what I need to learn. Like, me just like holding out, like, for, again, that power, I'm only hurting myself, especially if I know it's something that I want to do.
Okay.
I'm holding out, and it's like, because this power grab, this ego, this pride, and it's like, girl, you better get in that thing, you better learn, do some tricks, like, learn what you like, learn what you don't. Because me holding out is for a power, and then what happens? Then I do it, and if I feel bad later, I'm going to feel bad anyway, you know what I mean? So, like you said, do it on your terms.
Yeah. Right. So do you go in with expectations? Like, okay, so after we had sex, so now what? I don't put expectations on things.
I feel like it depends on the situation.
I go in ready to put on a show. I'm ready to.
Yes,
I'm ready. I'm ready to literally put on a performance. Like, I literally look at sex as a performance. Like, I'm ready to show out.
That's a good way to do.
Yes.
I definitely believe in keeping it spicy.
Yeah.
Do different things. Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, my account is probably about 150. I nearly fainted.
As women, right?
Yeah.
We put so much pressure on. We put so much pressure on the number.
Somehow the message got to me. It's not really for me. Somehow.
I don't know for you.
I guess sex, right? Like,
I don't want to know my homeboy from my homeboy knows that you hit it.
That's why you said you wouldn't.
But why you say no poly?
But dating is different from actually being in a relationship because there's no commitment there.
Welcome to the sleepover, yeah. Welcome to the sleepover. Ooh, welcome to the sleepover. Ooh, welcome to the sleepover, yeah. Welcome to the sleepover. Ooh.